Hey guys, I'm back with another one of my collectibles. This is a statue from XM Studios. This is a company based out of Singapore. They make cold cast porcelain statues, all solid core. Very heavy. They all of the pieces are attached internally with magnetic structure. So they use magnets on the internal pieces to basically attach appendages and heads and stuff like that. This company is not actually licensed to sell Marvel to the U.S. market. They are licensed to sell other studios, but Marvel, DC, as of right now, they do not have that license. So, in order to acquire one of these pieces, you actually have to meet somebody in, or actually make friends with someone in Singapore, and pay them a small little fee to basically go ahead and go to the XM Studios retail store and actually place a pre-order for you. Or obviously you can do the eBay thing as well. As far as eBay, sometimes you can get a deal, but other than that, you're basically going to be paying higher prices. So it's just really, you just have to make some contacts in Singapore, and honestly, I find a lot of the people in Singapore, actually every single one of people in Singapore that I've dealt with so far, they are very, very honest, very loyal to their word. I mean, a lot of this stuff is, just like any other high-end collectible. You are literally placing a deposit about 1 year in advance. So you're trusting that person with your money essentially. There is no PayPal protection after 6 months, and a lot of these pieces, like I said, it takes about a year for them to make it. So if you do a pre-order when it's announced, it's usually going to there's not any protection on your money. But with that said, like I said, the Singapore. The people I've made contact with in Singapore, they're very loyal and honest, so I haven't had any problems. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this piece here. I've never done an unboxing before. I don't do any reviews. I don't collect money for any of these videos. I don't have the ads turned on. Honestly, I do this just to catalog the pieces that I buy. It's just nice to have a little archive, and I just like to share with the community as well, whoever wants to watch. So anyway, this is the first unboxing I'm doing. By the way, these statues are super heavy. The shipping from Singapore to the US, you're going to be paying between $300 and $400 just for the actual shipping. The reason for that is shipping has changed. Shipping is no longer based upon weight, it is volumetric. So the volume or the size of the box is actually what you are paying for. So the piece that's inside the box could be, it could be lightweight, but the size, the outer box, is really what you're paying for, is that volume. The volume that is taking up in the airplane that you're shipping this through is basically what you're paying for. You're paying for that plane ticket essentially. So these pieces are all normally shipped express, whether it's DHL, FedEx. So basically, the reason for express is it minimizes the damage. It minimizes handling time. Literally, the person in Singapore is dropping it off at DHL, and DHL is putting it on a plane. You're buying a personal plane ticket to fly to the United States. So you get the piece within about 4 business days. You can use the shipping by sea. A lot of the Singapore sellers who have these pieces, they don't like shipping by sea because you can't track it. Essentially, you wouldn't be able to track it until it actually gets scanned in at the port of destination. I've actually been down that road, and there's just no way to track the piece. So the piece should arrive. As far as damages, I don't know. It's just very, very hard to do the shipping by sea. So for me, I do prefer express. And like I said, a lot of the Singapore sellers do prefer express as well. Anyway, let's take a look at the size of this. This is the largest piece that I've received from XM Studios. I do own a variety of their pieces. So let's just do a size comparison for all my friends out there that are Transformers collectors. Here is the SDCC Devastator box, so you can kind of take a look. Let me move the camera up. So there you go. We're talking a very, very large statue box, because the Devastator box is roughly about it's close to about 2 feet. So you can just see this is a very, very large box. So anyway, let's go ahead and move all that out of the way, and I'm gonna pause this right now and take the cover off, and we'll do a quick unboxing. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so I just took the top cover off. First of all, what you get in the box is you get your registration instructions. All of the XM Studios pieces have a serial number. You can log into your account online and basically type in your specialized serial number that's on the base of your piece, and that will verify that not only you own the piece, but if it's a valid piece, authorized. And it kind of tells you who else purchased the piece across all regions. So it's kind of cool. You can tell, how many people bought it from a certain region. So it's kind of neat. All these pieces are pretty much limited to $999. So the edition size that XM Studios has stood by is a total of 999 pieces worldwide. So it's nice. Sideshow doesn't do that. Sideshow Collectibles basically just takes unlimited amounts of pre-orders and then basically sets their edition based upon that. The Spider-Man that I just recently got from Sideshow, we were talking literally 7,500 pieces worldwide. So 7,500 versus 999. You can tell that XM Studios just wants to keep that smaller collector market in mind. So let's take a look. This is really cool. So this is something that XM Studios does. Basically, they give you a nice layout of how everything is packaged. So this is just really nice to have. It shows you how the pieces are actually packaged. I mean, this is something so simple that is very helpful. If you ever have to repackage the piece up, this is how you repackage it. So that's just that's an extra touch that okay. So you also get the last thing you get with any of the comic based pieces, you get the actual art print of what this is all based upon. So this is also a really, really nice touch. All of the comic-based pieces that XM Studios makes gives you the actual art print itself. So the art print is real nice, and you can basically frame that. Okay. They give you these nice straps as well. The packaging is really bulletproof, honestly. These straps are basically, basically compressing the two parts of the styrofoam or the three parts of styrofoam together. I personally have never had anything break. Hopefully this piece is all intact. This is the first time unboxing it. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here we go. Just remove the top of the box. So here we have all the pieces for the top layer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition my camera over to my my table with better light, and I'm going to start taking out each piece and unwrapping, and we'll put. All right, let's grab the first piece here. Oh boy. Look at this. This is freaking amazing. Look at the texture. Ah. Alright, so here's the first piece. That's Sandman's hand. So we'll put that off to the side. Alright, let's grab the next piece here. Oh boy. I can already tell this is also going to be a pretty phenomenal piece. This is heavy stuff, guys. Real heavy. So that's his mace. Wow. Yeah. We are talking some heavy duty, heavy pieces here. All right. They always give you multiple options, so I'm just going to unwrap all of them. I don't really know what I'm going to use. Okay, that's one of the head sculpts. And that's awesome. Look at that head sculpt. The texture on this is really amazing. Lots of texture. Okay. All right. So we got some other smaller pieces. Two. Looks like there's 3 of these. All right. And there's also, this is also a smaller piece as well. Okay, so that was what was in the top portion. I'm going to take off the next section. All right, so the next section is really the meat and potatoes here, and I'm going to have to actually move some of this around a little bit because let's see, let's move this. Let's move this arm over to the side, this arm over to the side, move these over to the side because we have to bring the large section here. These, like I said, guys, these pieces are heavy. And don't you love the smell? That nice smell. All right. Whoa. All right. Now I don't know how this is positioned right now, but I don't know if you can see that in frame. But this is the base. So let's see. Let's take a look at the. Okay. You know, I should have actually brought my turntable because this is really. This piece is so huge, this is not even going to be well on all this. Alright. I really underestimated the size of this piece. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't realize this was this large. This is crazy. All right. So this piece seems like it locks in. Wow. This is some real amazing stuff here. Alright. I'm probably going to have to back the camera up. This piece is just too large, I'm sorry. I was hoping I could have this all in frame, but this piece, we're just talking, it's just too large. Alright, so here's the... Okay guys, I'm back. I had to do some of this off camera. I always take my time, and like I said, I've never done one of these unboxings, so I felt like I was a little rushed before, and I didn't really know how the pieces went together. So I did a little research, and here is basically the way they go together. So this piece here basically has to go in to the center, and everything locks in with pins and magnets. And there's a little piece in the back, like a broken road barrier, that basically just attaches to the back. Once I had those two pieces on, then I went ahead and put the body in. Anytime you're assembling these pieces, you have to be very careful that you don't want to touch any of the other pieces, because these are very dynamically posed pieces. So the tolerances are really tight, so you got to be real careful. So I felt more confident doing it off camera. So now that we have the base structure here, and like I said, guys, this is massive. Let's go ahead and, for all of my Transformers fans, I don't know, let's go ahead and just take let's take a Shockwave box here. This is a Little Titans or a Combiner Wars box. Let's go ahead and we'll put that right next to it. So you can kind of see how large this piece actually is. This is just a little Shockwave boxed figure. So just to kind of give you a little bit of idea. So it's a pretty large piece. So now we have options. We have options of either using different hands. We have options of using the different head sculpts. I think I'm going to choose to use this head sculpt for now. So we'll just, like I said, it's magnetized, so we'll just go ahead and put that on there. Just beautiful. And let's go ahead and do some real dynamic stuff here. So let's not waste this big bad boy here. So let's go ahead and basically carefully line up the pin. Okay. And just start. You can kind of see how the how it's actually it's keyed to only go in one way. So there's a little notch, basically a little notch right here on the corner. So you basically have to kind of turn it, because you don't really want to press. You don't want to press anything in too hard. So you kind of want to turn it until you can kind of feel it kind of slide in by itself, and then go ahead and basically go the rest of the way. So once you have it in there, there you go. So that's his hand, and let's go ahead and put this bad boy on here. So let's go and hey guys, I'm back. I decided to put together Sandman off camera. I didn't want to ruin anything. I wasn't too clear exactly how the joints actually locked in. They're all key pieces, so they not only have the piece of metal, but they also have actually a key, and they actually lock into place. So I just want to take my time. This piece is very expensive, so I just want to do it off camera. You can kind of see I chose, instead of using these arms, which are the regular human arms, also have the human head sculpt, which is right here. So instead of using the human head sculpt, I decided to use the there we go, it's in focus there. I decided to use the sand head sculpt. I thought it just fits real well. And I also used the large hand along with the mace, so I thought those were very fitting for Sandman. But man, it's just a beautiful piece. I'm gonna try to, let me see if I can move around. I'm gonna try to pick the tripod up. Don't know how good this is gonna get, but let me come over here. You can see the detail on the hand, just wonderful. I mean, literally it looks like real sand. Like I said, the head sculpt is beautiful. The paint detailing is awesome. I mean, this is all fully sculpted. You can see the texture in his pants. You can see how the sand is kind of emulsified on the side of his clothing. Just really an overall wonderful piece. Once again, you have the mace over here. Like I said, everything looks like real sand. Just really awesome here of how dynamic this is. You can see how his hand comes out, all the texturing as he uses the sand to his advantage. You can see that he's in a running pose motion. All of the sand is literally just being used by him, sucked up and transformed. You can see this is kind of like a sand flute where he's possibly turning that into something as well. As he basically manipulates the sand. Just a wonderful piece. You can see the mace coming out of his other appendage on the other side. Just freaking awesome. So just wanted to go ahead and throw this clip in here as well to show how dynamic of a piece this is, and what XM Studios was actually trying to capture. So over here, like I said, everything looks like real sand, just really awesome. It has a small little kind of like a road sign, road barrier in the back. And like I said, this is a 1/4 scale, so it's real large piece. I don't even have enough room on my table here to display all this, honestly. But yeah, just really a wonderful piece. Very happy with the pose. It's very dynamic. The sand just coming out like this, just this huge flute of sand coming over. I mean, it just represents Sandman as you would expect. Just a wonderful piece. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's XM Studios Sandman. Just a real wonderful piece. And just to give you guys an idea of the actual scale, let's see if I can bring this in. So this is, let me put, so that's MP10 for all my Transformers fans. That's Masterpiece MP10 Optimus. It's a Hasbro version. So you can kind of get an idea of what the scale of this piece is. This piece is really large. This is considered 1/4 scale, so this is an actual scale that XM Studios adheres to. So this is their version of what a 1/4 scale looks like, and their whole lineup has the same type of a scale. These pieces are all edition size of 999 pieces. My piece here is under 200, so it's pretty cool. I'm just very happy with the piece. Honestly, I'm happy with all of what XM Studios does. I really feel they do just a great job with their quality control. Everything is just top notch. The only problem with XM Studios is it's not sold directly in the United States, so you have to get someone in Singapore, pay them a little bit of a fee to basically go down to the XM Studios retail store, place a pre-order, and then you gotta wait for 9-10 months, sometimes over a year, for the pre-order to be fulfilled, which means your money is essentially locked up. You have, but like I said, I've found the people in Singapore to be very honest, so I haven't had any issues, and I've just made a lot of friends across the world throughout this whole process, so I'm just very happy. Yeah, so once again, guys, like I said, this is XM Studios Sandman, just really an awesome piece. And I wanted to show you what this was all about, the unboxing, the art print, everything. Now the next spot is for this to be displayed in my display room, and I'm kind of anxious to get this placed and add it to my collection. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll try to do some more videos. I know I haven't had a lot of time to do a lot of videos in a while, but I do have a lot of stuff to not to review, but just stuff to show of my collection. Pieces that I spend a lot of time and money on. Honestly, I think it's kind of crazy. A piece like this, you're gonna spend with shipping, honestly, US dollars. You're gonna end up, if you got the pre-order, you're gonna end up spending between $1,300 and $1,400 for a piece like this in US currency. So it's just a lot of money, but honestly, you get a wonderful product. And if you really love these characters and you want some very dynamic poses, XM Studios definitely is where to go. They don't do a whole lot of the typical museum poses. A lot of their stuff is very dynamically posed, which is really cool. It's stuff that I found that I can't do with action figures. You know, and there's really no action figures of this size in this scale. You know, NECA had some quarter scale stuff at one point, but you just don't get that fit and finish that you see a lot of the joints. With statues, you just don't see, you know, you don't see the joints, and you can capture these moments in time that are just really, really cool. So everybody's got their own thing to collect. This is something that I love. You know, I originally started with 1/6 scale, and now I'm into these statues, and who knows where my collecting is going to go. But all right, guys, I'm going to end this video, and I'll see everyone soon on the next video. All right, take care. Bye.